Welcome to Zain Khan Live, where everything is discussed and nothing is censored. Today, our show's topic is UFOs and extraterrestrial tech, and also the declassified information that we're now receiving on mainstream media. Today's guest is a very special guest. He's a former senior officer of the Pakistan Airforce, and he's currently now a public speaker and an academic. Welcome to our show, Fahad Masood. This is Zain Khan. It is a pleasure having you as always.
Pleasure being here.
Now, thank you for joining us to discuss a topic that not a lot of people want to talk about, but it's good that you've agreed to talk about this. Now, getting to the topic, we see that the Pentagon has released information, has declassified documents and videos, and where we see a UFO, and where we know there are other videos as well. When we look at those UFOs and their movement and everything, and you're an aviation expert, is that human technology?
Well, first and foremost, we need to grasp this concept. Before there is science fiction. So in the process of evolution, starting from a standard linear thought and not quantum, there is always going to be things which are going to be unheard of before they become the new normal. Flying itself or aviation itself was out of the conventional thought process. But if we look at what the declassified documents have come across with by the Pentagon specifically, and a lot of other undocumented evidence that is there, hearsay more often, we find people who have seen and in some events tagged as well UFOs, which are unidentified flying objects. So technology has to be evolved. Presence of aliens or presence of UFOs is a different paradigm. UFOs is going to be anything that cannot be identified. If you look at past technology, stealth technology, F-117A Nighthawk, you talk of the B-2 flying wing, Area 51, where it is all generally conspired to be starting off from, is once again UFOs. But now that we know, they're now identified as aircraft. Aliens, on the other hand, is a different paradigm. Hearsay of having the dark side of the moon being inhabited by aliens, or having a station by United States in Mars, and collaborating on technology which is not ready for mankind, is once again a bit more challenging to understand.
I was interviewing Nick Pope, who is a British journalist, and he was also part of the UK Ministry of Defense. He headed the project of UFOs. I asked him if there was a possibility of UFOs either being alien technology or classified aircraft technology. How do you, if I ask you the same question, how would you respond to that? Do you think UFOs are probably classified aviation technology of some country?
Well, UFOs is going to be advanced tech. That's loud and clear. It's going to be beyond the conventional, and we've seen that. On the other hand of things, if we look at the alien technology that can be there, well, or all talking of probabilities, let's talk of the pyramids of Giza. At that point in time of history, challenging to grasp that a human being could have gone across and made those pyramids. Same type of pyramids, plus minus, are found in South America as well. The Aztecs, as we call them. So technology that they had was there. Uh, it is very challenging to agree to the fact that it is still man-made. I would just like to refer to this advanced aerospace threat ID program that United States left out or dismantled in 2012. Also relates to a lot of videos that were declassified and said that they were UFO technology. Blurry ships, specks on a radar, HUD videos. They may relate to science fiction, but they probably are more related to advanced technology. Not to say that it will be a huge lot waste of space if we were the only intelligent life form in the world or in the universe for that matter. So we are not alone. That's my personal belief. But the technology that is with the developed world hidden somewhere in the depths of Area 51, not really a possibility in my opinion. It would have been a lot easier, just come across from the farthest reaches of space and display yourself instead of falling into the hands of one of the developed nations, that is.
But your last word on it, since you're an aviation expert, when you look at the videos, you see tech, or do you
Yes,
see
I do
something
see
which is
tech.
impossible?
Yeah, I do see tech. There is no questions asked. The movement in a few supposed videos which are supposedly not tempered, the speed with which that blip moves on the radar screen or the HUD or a camera view is not at all conventional technology. It may not be flying saucers as well, but if you look at aero engines or propulsion in conventional aircraft of linear thought, it cannot be of that speed and pace to move from one point to another in such short span of time and at such greater velocities.
Do you think such capacity could be achieved in the next 20 to 30 years, or do you think that's also improbable?
No, it is possible. Back in turn of the previous century, that is 1900s, people couldn't even think of flying. 1903, the Wright brothers gave the first Wright flyer, and we haven't stopped till date. Present time, we're talking of hypersonics instead of supersonics, which was previous technology. Supersonics for commercial transport. In my opinion, it is going to come across sooner or later. But this technology of having better propulsion, especially for interstellar or intergalactic travel, where oxygen as aero engines or air for aero engines propulsion is not required. So it is very much on the cards. It will be probably available or made workable in the times of our generation, if not the next.
Now, when I was speaking to Nick Pope, the British journalist and former part of the UK Ministry of Defense, he spoke of military aircraft coming face to face with UFOs, and he also mentioned in the early 1990s where Iranian fighter jets came face to face with UFOs, and they locked. And this is declassified information. They locked the target on the UFO, and their fighter aircraft was jammed. They were unable to do it. And there are other instances as well. So you're trying to say that there is a possibility that these entities could be another country's, aircrafts, or maybe they're testing some sort of technology.
I would tend to agree with you with the latter statement. It will certainly be technology which is not heard of, but it is very much on the cards, on the blueprint as we call it. But what I would also rather say, this is not only Iran. We've seen it within many different countries, and I would not fear to say that even some stories revolve within the state of Pakistan. So we've been there, seen there, done that as well. But what I would rather say, without taking names and without going into intricate details, that it is more often than not higher higher technology which relates to another country, rather than being alien technology. So in my opinion, where we stand today, we have come a long way. We still have a long way to go. Just taking an example of the cellular mobile technology, the market or the consumer market which is using present technology, the technology that we have in cellular consumer tech is, we're already 2 generations behind. May it be Huawei, iPhone, or for that matter, Samsung. They're already innovating and going into in-depths of 2 generations ahead of cellular technology. May it be chips, may it be something that is like a collar mic or a telephone, or maybe a wrist thingy, which can be used. So relating this to aviation, we can certainly say that technology which is there in aviation can be in the same meat of things. So 2 generations ahead, hypersonics is history.
I want to get to the last question, and that is that recently the Israeli security chief made a statement, and he said that we are not alone, and that humans are somehow in contact with extraterrestrials. So you're also a Pakistani Air Force former officer. I don't know, you guys hang around with the intelligence community as well. Is there something that we don't know that you guys could tell us?
Well, Haim, I should, if you're referring to the same person from Israel, he was within their Ministry of Defense. He did make the statement, I think, in December previous year, and it makes a lot of sense. The reality is that it will be once again a whole lot waste of space if we are the only ones here. So the reality for us to grasp is there is more intelligent being in the world. And this is not out of any intel or any information that I have learned. It is more to do with the understanding of the cosmos or the universe. We have Andromedas, we have so many different galaxies which have certain planets which have similar eco life cycles. They have water, they have clouds, they have other things that are going for them. And in my opinion, there are certainly other alien life forms which are there. in the universe beyond us may not be more intelligent, but there certainly is. They certainly are there.
Thank you so much, Squadron Leader Fahad Masood. It was a pleasure having you on Zain Khan Live discussing this important topic.
Pleasure being here. Take care. Be safe.
This was Squadron Leader Fahad Masood. We were discussing UFOs and extraterrestrials. Until the next episode of Zain Khan Live, take care. Goodbye.